Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. My name is Denise Hutchins and I'm broadcasting to you from Studio Mikarts. Our charity of the month is Best Friends Animal Society. There are two ways you can help the animals. One, just watch my stream and bring your friends because I'll be making a donation at the end of the month based on my unique viewers count. You can also help by donating through Twitch. We have a fundraiser going on my channel. We've actually already raised double our goal thanks to the wonderful Bigman2K. Thank you so much. But we can always go higher. So let's help out all the puppies and kitties and wonderful little companion animals that Best Friends helps. It's Friday, which means it's Chibi Friday, and I've got these last two subscriber badges to do, a pear and a pineapple, because I have two more slots open on Twitch for subscriber badges. I can't remember. I want to look it up. I can't remember which months these badges are for. So I'm going to go into my creator dashboard. It's monetization, subscription, subscriber badges. So the last one we finished, I think last week, was the 1.5 year badge. So people who have been subscribed for 1.5 years will be a lovely bowl of brown rice. All of these badges are my favorite foods. So we have the first subscriber badge is tofu. 2 months is chickpea, 3 months is peanut butter, 6 months is broccoli, 9 months is baby bok choy, 1 year is chia seeds, 1.5 years is brown rice. I'm going to actually show these to you here. So we've got 2 more slots. So I've got to decide. So we've got 2 year and 2.5 year. Do I want pear to be next or do I want pineapple to be next? These are both my favorite fruits, so it's hard to choose. And then November 1st, so a little over, like a month and a half from now, another slot will open. So I want to decide which to do first. Which one should be 2 years? Which one, it probably doesn't matter that much. Another thing I realized that could help my decision is that I think I can finish this pear way faster. So maybe I should do the pear first just because I can finish it super fast. Look how simple it is. I can finish this really fast. And then even if I can't finish the pineapple, at least one of them would be done during this stream. To be honest, I think that's how I'm going to do it. Because look at this. Look at all this stuff. This is going to take some time. Let's do the pear first. Yay, that's decided. So the first thing I want to do actually is get these onto their own layers. I've already got the lines onto their own layer. Now I want to divide up so we've got all this extra space. We don't need all of that. That's a bunch of data. It's making the file size bigger. And I already have so many files. I don't need to be taking up extra room on my computer. So first I'm just going to Control X to cut and Control V to paste. Boom. So we'll name this pineapple. And then all we have to do with this layer is center it. So we'll Control A to select the entire canvas. Then use this little center button. Doshite. There must be some extra pixel there. Okay, so that's not going to work. So as you can see, it didn't go in the center like the pineapple did. That's okay. We'll Control Z and just do what we did before. So select around, bring this rectangle marquee around the pear, Control X to cut it, and Control V to paste it. It goes on its own layer. Name it pear. Boom. And we can throw away this lines layer. And we'll call this gray background. So next, I want to clean up the lines. And maybe I'll clean up the lines for both of them. Well, I don't know. Let's just start with pear. It's hard to choose. There's no right way to do it. So we got pear. Actually, I'm going to rename this lines. Now that I'm putting this into a folder, I can name this lines. So next thing I'm going to do is actually crop the whole image. So like I said, we don't need all that extra information. And we can actually make it even smaller. I don't want it too small. I want a little bit of space around the edges. Put something like that. The pineapple is the bigger of the two, so we'll crop it that small. We don't need all that whole bunch of extra stuff. There's no reason. It just makes the file size bigger. So let's save this real quick. Control S to save. And we turn that pineapple back off. Look at this skinny little Danjou pear or whatever. Okay. So let's clean up the lines. We're going to zoom in. I know the other day I was talking about the advice I got from one of the illustrators at the SCBWI Summer Conference. Her advice was don't zoom in more than the equivalent of 1 inch. I tried it for a little bit. I thought it would be nice to limit myself because one of my weaknesses with digital work is that I zoom way in and I get really into perfecting at like the pixel level, and then that takes lots of extra time and it's not necessarily useful for the piece overall. But too bad. It's just, I've been doing it this way for so long, psychologically it was not working for me. I like being able to smooth things out, to adjust how thick this line is right here, because it wasn't exactly tapering nicely right here, and then there's these little bitty extra bumps, and I like having the ability to work with that and do stuff with it and make decisions on that level. And who cares if it's not the way someone else thinks I should do it? It's fine. Everyone who looks at my art always enjoys it, and that's the ultimate goal, so I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I don't actually want to get rid of all these little bumps because it's nice to have that texture. It's part of the reason, not actually a main reason, but part of the reason I like to ink with physical media and then color with digital media for stuff like this. And this is so easy. It's so wonderful. It's so simple. Simple little pear. It's like the chickpea. It's as simple as the chickpea was. In fact, this feels more simple than the chickpea, but we'll see once I start actually coloring it. I don't have a reference for the pear because pears are so easy to draw that I just drew it from imagination 100%. Also, pears are, as I said, one of my top 2 faves next to pineapple. So I know what a pear looks like. I love them so much. But I might pull up, oh goodness no. I might pull up a reference for a pear just for the lighting and maybe some ideas about how the coloring could work, and to be able to pull the color directly from a reference image. That's what I've been doing for all of these. So this point right here is a bit hard, so I'm going to soften it up a little bit. Right now, doing the lines, I don't need any reference image, so save that for in a second. Alright, that's better. Looking over here at the navigator, that's better. I'm just looking around for any more little sticky outy bits. Let's save real quick. Saved. I wonder if I saved it all yet today before that moment. And here's another kind of, oops, wrong tool. Not as smooth as I'd like for a pear bit. That's better. So I'm looking over here at the navigator as well as the close-up view, the main workspace. I guess that's good. Let's save again. And yeah, let's get a reference image. So I'm moving my tablet up, moving my keyboard back in front of me. And then I'm gonna go to my favorite place to find reference images, which is Pexels. It's free stock photos. So I'm just gonna type pear. I can bring this over here. Let's look at these free stock photos. Ooh, this is nice. This is a little dark though. Ooh, and I love this. I love it when we get pears that have a little bit of red on them too. Oh. This is just what I need. But there's no cool red on it. But maybe that's okay. This is definitely the best one so far. It just got the nice basic lighting hitting it. This one maybe has some red on it, but it's got this really specific lighting from some sort of palm leaf or something. Again with the funny lighting. There's these. They're a little too red though. I feel like green is the classic pear look, but I don't know. These look more like they're way off in the background though, but they look more like the kind of pear I drew. I didn't draw one of the. I think this is more like a Bartlett pear. Maybe I drew a little bit more like this D'Anjou pear. There's another one with funny lighting. Why? Why is this popular? Oh, that's cute. Let's do this one. I'll give it a like. Oh, how do I log in, please? Boom. Okay, I liked it, and then free download. Yay. Save file. Sweet. Okay, I'll just put this back over my main browser. And now, file, open, desktop. There it is. Oh, we can delete this brown rice. Don't need this one anymore. Done with the brown rice one. And I already have this pineapple from Pexels, which I used to actually draw the pineapple. Pineapple's one of those things, unless you're like looking at it all the time, you know what it looks like when you see it, but to draw it from memory is a completely different thing. Okay, so I'm just going to lasso this very roughly. Control X to cut it, and then Control V to paste it. And we'll name the layer Ref for reference. And we'll move it over here. There. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, and I'm so glad because look at this lovely texture. We can definitely play with this texture like this. Fun. Okay, so we can close this one. Sweet. Okay, let me move my workstation around again. Putting my mouse and keyboard to my right, and then pulling my Wacom tablet monitor into my lap. Got the stylus, and now where's my alt button? It's this one. I'm gonna pull this. This will be my base color. Let's make a new layer. Call it base. I'm gonna color the entire thing in with this. I want a way bigger brush than this. As usual, I am going to color all the way to the edges and then erase back. The reason I do this is so that I don't have any missed pixels up against the edge on the inside of the pear. And this shape is so simple. It's so huge also. Huge and simple. I'm going to do something I don't often do, which is just fill that in with the paint bucket and then come back around with the brush to get this little line that's always left in between. There. And we'll zoom in. Alright, it looks really cute, even with that rough edge. So now I quite enjoy this part. I've been doing it a lot recently, so I feel like I've been saying it a lot, but on stream. But it's true, it's so fun. Just erasing away. Like a warm-up exercise too for my hand and arm before I get into more detailed work. I've always seen advice to like make sure you actually warm up before you start doing art because it is a physical activity. I never do it. If I warm up, it's by accident like this. I do stretch though. Always take my stretching break midstream. And even on days I don't stream, and during the time of day when I don't stream, I have lots of activities packed into my day so that I'm never doing one thing for a really long time. I think that's one of the worst things you can do for your physical health is just be stuck doing one thing for a really long time, even if it's an active thing. Okay, so we've got the base layer. We just need the stem actually, and then the base layer will just color on there. So nice, this is going to be easy. So we'll name this stem. And then clip it to that base layer. It just makes it a little easier. Let's choose a medium color here. Something like that. And then, so what's happening is because there's no pixels filled in on the base layer here, that means I could freely color this stem up until this point. because it's respecting the pixels here. If I color down here though, then it does make a mark. Okay, next step, let's make sure we don't have any missing or stray pixels. And all I do is a layer and add a stroke. And I like to do it with a vibrant, ridiculous color on purpose so that it really stands out. Oh, and I didn't do this on the lines layer either, so we'll put it on the lines layer too. It's okay if there's a little bit sticking out, that's fine because of how thick the line is. So that looks good. Let's actually move this effects layer onto the lines. Ah, as you can see there is a little sneaky, little sneaky pixel up here. Oh, blast it. I'm not on the lines there. There we go. And that's why I use this really bright color that doesn't match anything else in the scene. So you can really tell. Nice. So there was just that one little pixel. Let's look at the stem. Wow, I guess I colored it so perfect. Oh, look at that. Crazy. Okay. Awesome. So we can delete this layer, the effects layer. So now we're going to just lock the base layer color and start adding to it. So first thing I'll do is select one of these slightly darker color. I imagine I'm going to put a lot of layers of color on here. I'm going to go to this Pastel Palooza, which I've been loving for these little foods. That's a little strong. Maybe I'll select a different color. Something like that to start with. Not quite so strong. And I'm just going to go through here and keep adding. Let's make it smaller and get something from over here. Now I'm going to go back to the base color, take the opacity down, kind of go over it to help meld the colors together. So this is really fun. This is a lot more like painting. Now I'm going to bring in like this really dark red. More like painting than drawing here. Let's get this really dark. I was like, is it actually making marks? No, it was. Let's pull this color, put the shadow over on this side. Let's get it over a little on the other side too. So it's both shadow and reflected light happening over here. Now let's get some of this really bright color. Bring that into the top. Get lots of light up at the top. No, what this is reminding me of is those painting games that were on the Switch. Or there's one on the Switch and it comes with an actual little like painting, not apparatus, peripheral. And it was super fun. I do so much art all the time I don't have time to do it in game form. But it was really fun. And then there was one on the Wii U as well, and I remember painting a lot and drawing with my friends on Miiverse. And this is reminding me of that, because this is more how I would use the tools in those games. So just continuing to build and build the color. Much more like painting. Build and meld. Look at that, and the navigator is really coming along. I kind of want to make it smaller. Squeezing it. Squeezing it up. The only thing now, it's looking a bit flat. So let's get some of this really dark color, bring the opacity up, and get a little bit more bold with the shadow. Getting there. I'm also trying to remember that this pear here is not the same shape as the one in the reference. So it's going to have slightly different curves. And maybe I'm going to take this even darker. Darker than what I've been able to pull from the reference image. That's looking pretty good. Yep, it's looking much more round. Bring back some reflected light at the bottom. This is looking pretty good. I'd like to get a little more obvious texture. We've got some excellent texture from the brush, but we don't have this cool dotted effect. I said that, but then I realized that this part of the pear was looking kind of flat, so I wanted to work on it some more. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's do those dots. Let's see if I can figure it out. I had a little trouble last time. This is chunky charcoal. What does this do? Ah, no. Never mind. There was a way to edit the brush so that you could make it do dots. How did I do that? Oh, it was in here, I think. Yes, it was this one. I still have this open from last time. Yay! So we're gonna go to scattering. And you gotta keep spacing. There we go. We're starting to get those little dots. It seems still a bit too big though. Yeah, that might be better. So let's do more scattering. Spacing even farther maybe. Okay, let's try this. And I'm gonna choose. Well, let's choose from over here. And see how. Whoa! Maybe we should do this on a separate layer. And then that way we can try some different blending effects. So we'll call this speckles. Speckles. Actually, I do feel like it should be smaller. seems like the right size. The problem is it's making so little. Can I make more? Ah, I can. Woo! Look at that. There's a lot. Let's make the spacing bigger. Oh, it makes some weird. Oh, maybe something like that. I'm just gonna keep messing with this. Oh. Yeah, that's more like it. Let's try this. Oh. Okay, maybe this is actually a little too close together. And the size is actually seems a little bit too small. Bring the size up. Scatter is as far as it goes. Maybe bring the count down. Spacing up. Let's see. Okay, let's just pick some different colors. Got like brown ones over here. Looks like it has freckles. It's cute. Oh, where'd my cursor go? Hello, hello. Sometimes it stops detecting. Randomly stops detecting my stylus. I don't understand why it does that occasionally. It must be really random when it does that. Wait, maybe not down there. Let's get some darker ones down here. It looks like a glitter pear. It's this little glitter pear. Let's put some light ones on the top. Really enhance the glitter effect. There's a little bit of glitter on the bottom. Reflected glitter. A little bit over there. Oh, that's too bright for over there. Let's pull a lighter. There we go. Put some glitter here. Glitter here. Cute glitter pear. Okay, now I'm going to lift my tablet monitor back up. So I want to play with the blending, probably the opacity as well. So we could put the opacity, let's just start with 50. Oh yeah, instantly melds more. And now let's just go through all these blending styles. So these darker ones. Oh, that's cute. Wow. It's so shiny. This one's nice. It shows up a lot more in the dark area. Ooh. Like this. What is this? Oh, it's overlay. Overlay is the one I usually pick. Oh, this one's even better. It's so nice and subtle. Soft light. I might also use the eraser to pick and choose areas to soften up. This is intense. Looks cool though. Oh. Oh, It's so sparkly. That's extremely subtle. Saturation. Wow. Well, I think the one I liked the best was either overlay or soft light. Here's overlay. Here's soft light. Soft light is much more subtle. But when we make this really small, it disappears. What if I do soft light and turn the opacity up? That's 50, 75. So at this level, they are really obvious on the reference image. So yeah, I'll leave it on 75. I'm gonna switch my workspace back again so that I can use the stylus to gently erase with a very soft eraser. And we're only going to have it on 25% or so that we can just make these speckles a little less obtuse? I don't know, intrusive? Not sure what the word should be. I don't want it to look like it's a layer just laid on top. I want it to have just as much subtlety as the rest of the image. So say here along the edge, where the pear is curving around in space, you wouldn't see these perfect circles like this. They'd be disappearing just because you're seeing the side of the pear over here. Yeah, me likey, let's save. Haven't saved in a bit. Look at this beautiful pear. It's so beautiful. Okay. So now, let's go to the stem. Lock these pixels. This should be fairly easy. It's a very small area, and we've just got two main colors here, which are not really as much about shading as they are about the actual pigment, it seems, in different areas of the stem. So I want to get back to my brushes, and I want to reset this brush back to normal. So how do I do that? I'll click here. Okay, maybe I can do it here. Oh. How do I reset stuff? There's not like a reset to default button. There is one on Clip Studio Paint. Well, we'll just turn scattering off, turn texture off. I mean, I wonder if I just choose this one and then choose this one, will it go back to normal? Right, maybe it did. Well, in any case, it looks normal. Okay. We don't need it this big though. Much smaller. Alright, then press my Alt. Get this. Oh look, it's actually a green color. That's cool. So pull this color. I've got this really bright color. How come it's not giving me that circle? There we go. Got this brighter color up here. This actually seems to be going along the stem as well. I don't like that line I made. Let's make it better. Ah, it's a wobbly line. Okay. Let's make the size smaller. Nope. Soft round brush. Try to get some sort of unifying color on here. Got all these interesting lines, but there, that's better. More subtle. Would you please open menu? I hate how it does that so often. I press the right click button on my, what is this called? Stylus. But when I let go, it thinks I'm clicking again. And so it ends up closing the menu before I can even do anything with it. It's so frustrating. And I think what it is just because I'm doing it so quickly. So I think it is technically my fault, but I wish that it wasn't like that. I wish I didn't have to be so careful about it. That's a bit too much. Trying to get highlight on here, but I don't want it to stand out too much. Oh, that's darker. Makes sense. Let's make it a little lighter here in the color picker. So, Okay, we'll use this one, but I'll just try to be less heavy-handed. Maybe it would be helpful to use, I didn't think of it because it's such a small space, but maybe it'll be helpful to use this pastel brush. Why does the flow always get turned down? I don't like the flow to be down. I like the flow to be up. 100 flow. Oh, maybe this is what I needed. Well, let's just call that good. Save. Let's zoom out and see what it looks like. Yeah, I guess maybe taking this little highlight that I've got right at the top of the stem, taking that down a little bit, seems a little out of place. And there's still a little bit of that color underneath here, just toning it down. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, let's save again. Now, let's color the lines. So we're gonna lock the lines layer. What I like to do is color with what will be the darkest line color and then brighten it up from there. So we're going to choose this darkest color that I'm seeing, and then choose an even darker color, which is almost black but not quite, and we're going to color the lines with that. And I'll just use my hard round pressure brush, or in fact I'll just use the hard round brush and then I won't miss anything. I'm going to color all the lines this except the eyes and the mouth, because I want those to stand out and have really strong contrast so that when this is shrunk down to teeny tiny icon size, the face will still be really prominent. Okay, that's got it all. So we're just going to zoom in, start up here, and just start choosing colors. Choose a darker version to go next to it, and then we'll use the textured brush so that texture is even in the lines too. Wait, I don't know on that side actually. I want it on this side. Oh man, I gotta sneeze. Man, I still need to sneeze, but it didn't sneeze. Ah! Well, I might have to mute again in a second if the sneeze decides that it's ready. Okay, moving down into the pear. So I've got this lighter side. And this I think I will do with the hard brush so that I can get a hard edge in between the part that's the pear and the part that's the stem. This is way bigger than I wanted, but colored a little bit too far. So I'll just bring that back. Sweet, okay. Now we can go back to the chunky charcoal. Pastel Palooza. Probably zoom out for this actually because its lines are so simple now. Not even choosing actual darker shades because they already look darker just by choosing what's already here. Oh, that looks so cute! That looks freaking adorable! Maybe a little too dark over here now that I'm looking at it. Lighten it up with a little texture. Heck, we could add a little texture over here and it can be reflected light on the line itself. Whee! Alright, so now I'm going to go to not 100% opacity and try to make some transition so that it's not so abruptly ending here. This line a little lighter over on this side. Help make this highlight area more prominent. Come now, why is it not moving? Once again, it stopped recognizing my stylus. Weird. Now I'm just wondering, maybe it's a little too light over here. I'll go over here and then pick a slightly darker color. Wait, we want like this yellowish color. It's a little too light. I'm looking in the navigator and it's a little too light right here for how dark everything else is around it. Looks pretty good. There's maybe a couple areas where I'll add a little touch of highlight, like over here. Not filling the line entirely with it, but just some sprinkles. Little sprinkles of highlight. Same thing over here. Sprinkles. Let's save. Looks pretty good. Oh, it's past break time though. Let's leave this here for now and take a little break. Trying to make it so that it fits in the screen nice. Although it'll be covered up by Ranger when I go on break, but let's take a break, refresh our eyes, minds, bodies, stretch, walk around, look at something off in the distance instead of up close and in our faces. I'm going to turn on my Be Right Back screen and I'll be back in 5 minutes. everyone, welcome back to my live stream. I hope you had a wonderful break. I am all stretched out and ready for the final hour of this live stream. Oh, it's 50 minutes now. I want to look at my other... I think those lines look good, but I just want to compare it to my other foods that I've finished. Oh, I just got my fit goal. That's what that sound was. My fit meter goal. So this one, the lines are a lot darker. Yeah, even chickpea is darker. So I'm going to see if I can just change without recoloring it all via hue saturation. Bring the lightness down a bit so that these lines are a little more obvious. If we bring the saturation up, they'll still look really fun. What's that? I think that's more in line with what I have going on with these other ones. Okay. Oh, BitMint2K, hello! I'm waving to you with my cursor. How are you? Thank you for joining me today. And also thank you for your kind words. I'm glad you think it's adorable. We're almost done with this one, and then we can start the pineapple. So the next thing is actually to get the eyes white, which should be super simple. Just gonna color in behind it. Oh, gotcha. Nice. Thank you so much for joining me. Stuck working. Does that mean you're working and you don't really want to be, or you're like working on a project and it's not coming out the way you're thinking? Or both, I guess. Or something completely different. Just doesn't sound too great of a situation to be stuck working. Sounds kind of eh. Working and ready for the day to be over. How long do you have? Hope it's not too much longer. So whenever you're feeling like that, it's better if it's over sooner rather than later. So that means you need a break. And you deserve a break. I was trying to make sure to get this white color behind even these little teeny tiny dots here. This texture that I've drawn with a pen. Oh, hey, we're gonna be done with our work weeks at the same time. Yay! Any fun plans for your weekend? I don't think I have anything unusual. I normally play, well, not normally because so often our schedules don't align, but I often play otome games with my sister on Saturday, but she's going out of town again, so guess I'll just play games by myself, which is usually Animal Crossing because I'm working on my personal end game for Animal Crossing. I think that's about it this week. I kind of want to look. I'm going to look at my schedule. I don't think I have anything special though. Oh, I have a toast at my vegan Toastmasters Club is meeting on Sunday, so that's something. Yeah. Nothing special, but still, that's nice too. Oh, happy birthday! Oh, is it for you? Is it your youngest, or are you both born on the same day? Or really close? Happy birthday either way to whoever's birthday it is. This is so fun. Oh. So you're both Septembers. September babies. coming into the world the same time as the best season of the year. Unless you were born in Australia. Let's see. Okay, I think all I need to do for this is add the cute blushies. I'm so excited. This is my favorite part. Blushies. Okay. So that was pulled from the drawing. But it doesn't usually matter because I change the color so much it ends up being about the same paint color every time. But let's just try this little bit more orange pink and see what that's like. So, do I want soft round pressure or do I just want soft round? I usually do soft round pressure. Bigman, I just had a thought. You said birthday breakfast. Are you going out or are you cooking it? Or is someone cooking it for you, etc.? Oh, that's way too strong. Okay. Flow, and then we want opacity down, actually. And as always, if I'm asking too much, you don't have to answer. I'll probably going out. That'll be fun. I love cooking, but it's also nice to not cook, because cooking is work. Just like it's illustrations, I love making them, but also they are work. So sometimes it's nice to have a break. And then you can have some nice conversation, or I don't know, you said your youngest. Are they pretty young? Because even if it's your youngest, it could still be, you know, an adult child. And that would change what I was about to say, basically, which was stuff like what I like to do when I go out to eat, like with friends, is bring a little tabletop game, like a card game or something. Or we've done Mad Libs before. Yeah, I pretty much end up wanting the same kind of pink, no matter what the background color is. I want this kind of rosy pink. I started making it even bigger. Why? Why is it, look right here, 400, and then a millimeter to the side. Oh, look, I got 500 yet. There we go. Yeah, I would just like these rosy pinks. It looks so nice. Oh, okay, one is an adult. But the birthday kid is gonna be 10. Ah, I remember that was so exciting. I don't know if it's exciting for you and your kid, but my parents made a big deal about being a 2-digit number. Finally being old enough to be a 2-digit number. No, I don't want 1,000, because I'm just gonna try to go up to 600. I'm gonna start over. I can't quite get these blushies how I want on this. Maybe if I make the opacity even lower so that it's even more subtle. Oh, and I need to clip this. There we go. Oh, but it's clipped to the white. Or is it? I think we gotta clip this one. Can't tell, but... getting there. Maybe if I move this eye over. What? Maybe I'm gonna try moving this eye over a bit. Ah, but then I'm gonna have to move the white over too. Ah. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna count how many times. So I'm gonna go 1, 2. Oh, it's not working because I need to be on the move tool. Okay, now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm looking at from this corner of the mouth up. Just this amount of space over this corner of the mouth up. Oh, it's still way off. Okay, so 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So from here going up, there's this much space. And from here going up, we're getting there. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. If I move it 30, okay, so we're comparing this distance and trying to make it the same. Just eyeballing it because, you know, the mouth isn't perfectly even either. It's still not quite there, so 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. No, 40, okay. Up, whoop, and up. Oh, there we go. Okay, so 40. So now deselect, go on the white layer, select again, and move tool, and then press the arrow key 40 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40. There. And you can see how precisely that was up to the edge. So that's why I do it that way, even though maybe that's weird. But now the eyes are more evenly spaced. And I am liking these blushies more now that I've seen it that way. So that's what was bothering me. So I'm going to go right in the middle. Hopefully there's not any blushy data there. And I'm going to move this one over a little bit. I think that's good. Let's save this real quick. Oh, yes. Okay. Hooray. Okay, let's make a darker blushy color. Oh, but let's make it more vibrant too. And back to the paintbrush. Go back to a smaller size. I'm just going to do something like right next to the eye here. I'm mostly looking over in the navigator. See what the effect is when it's smaller. Oh, I need to move this white on top of the blushies because the blush is going on top of the eye white, and that doesn't make sense. There we go. Got you pretty good. I kind of feel like I want to try a blending style on it, though. Let's just take a look and see what it looks like. Ooh, there's dissolve. No. That's cool looking. It's not what I'm going for, though. I don't think I did a blending style on any of these, though. Still, why not? Why not just look? Wow, that's crazy. The hard mix blend. Wow. Oh, it's a bruised pair now. Oh, oh. This one's better hue, but we don't really get as much blush on that other side. Yeah, don't really like any of those. We'll just go back to normal. Let's call that good then. Lifting up tablet monitor again, because now it's time for the sort of technical part of making these subscriber badges, which is save it in the various different sizes and then upload it. I mean, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. We've got this one as an example. Oh, pretty good. Got the lines, eyes, blushies. Yeah, seems good. Okay, just looking at my other file for reference of what I did for the previous one. So let me turn off that reference image now. And we're going to close up that folder, drag it to the plus button to make a new copy of that folder, and then right click and merge group. So now we have this as a single layer. Oh, it's so warm and yummy looking. I really want a pear now. Okay. Need to open the files where I want to save it, and that is under Final Badges, and then also I've been making them into emoji for my vegan Discord servers, so I'll do that too while I'm at it. As you can see, the Final Badges one is a teeny tiny space. So we'll drag this over here. Sure, you want to convert colors to a destination document. Color profile does not match the current RGB working space. I remember I had trouble with this last time. I think I need this to be Adobe RGB, so change the document programs. Yes, it's fine. Because last time I had it on sRGB and it was all faded looking. Oh yeah, look, it was faded looking. Oh, so we put it back to Adobe RGB. Ah, so that means all the ones I uploaded are not as vibrant as they could be. I don't know if I want to spend a bunch of time updating them. Well, I'll think about it. For now, let's just do the pair and then we'll think about changing it. Whew! It's gigantic right now. So we just want to take it down to like 10% probably. Yeah, it's still huge. This is a very tall badge. Super tall. So we're going to line it up with the top and bottom lines so that these darker blue lines are matched up to the cyan guidelines. Hit enter and then Control All. Go to the move tool and center it. And we can deselect, right click, copy the layer style from the brown rice, and paste that layer style onto the pear. Oh, yeah, I feel like I should go through and save them. Resave them all. Because it's so sad looking when it's all faded. This looks much better, super vibrant and lovely. Oops. 100. Okay, now I need to actually open my Windows folder with these files in it so that I can see the numbers. I cannot remember all the sizes because I don't like Twitch's automatic resizer, and I don't think it actually has that for... Yeah, it doesn't even have it for the subscriber badges. It has it for emotes. But I tried it the first time, and it was sad. So I like to resize it myself in Photoshop. So, the first size is 72 pixels, which this should already be. Yep. So we'll just save a copy. Then we want ping so that it stays transparent. It's actually a requirement that it's a ping file. Or is it that it must be a transparent file? It says something about it somewhere, but I'm looking. No, it doesn't actually say that here. So maybe it says it somewhere else. Maybe it's the badge flare where it said that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We want to save it as a ping because we are making it transparent. So I'm going to click this Final Badges 7 brown rice and then edit the file name so that it's 8 and then it's pear. And then it already has 72 pixels there, which I need to know for when I upload it to Twitch. And then it's just a useful reference for when I make the next one. Okay, excellent. So the next size is 36. So we're going to change the image size to 36 pixels. Look how small it is, so small. Save this one same way, ping. And now I can click the 8 pair file name, change it from 72 to 36. Alright, and the last one is 18. Image size 18. File, save copy, and ping, and we'll do the same thing. Pair at 18 pixels. Save. Boom. So those are all there. I better go through and resave them all, though. Oh, man. Well, at least we can go backwards. So, oh wait, it won't work because if I change the layer, it'll change the history. Okay, we're just going to go back in the history. Back to here. Turn the pear off. Turn the brown rice on. I'm going to resave these so that they're nice and vibrant for Twitch. Happily, I don't have to change anything, just select the name because I know which size it is, which design it is. Yes, we do want to replace. And then we're just going to do the image size thing. 36. Brown rice 36. Yep, replace it with the nice, more colorful version. It's a shame that I didn't notice earlier because I have to do this for, what is it, 7, yeah, 7 badges. Oh well. I mean, I could just let it be, but I put in all that effort to make it bright and lovely, so it feels like a waste of my effort to then present a dull version. No. We shall have nice, beautiful, vibrant food badges. Okay, chia seeds. Chia seeds 72. Chia seeds 36. Oops, I forgot this one would pop up. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. There's so many little things to do. Oops, not 19, 18. There we go. And chia seeds 18. Look at it over here in the navigator. It looks so funny. And this is exactly why I don't color the lines for the eyes and the mouth, because you still have these two little dots representing the eyes, even at this tiny, tiny size. Okay. Get back out of the teeny, tiny size. Go back down to the next one, which is the baby bok choy. Baby bok choy, there we go. 72. 36. Okay, halfway done. Now for the broccoli. Oh, I have to go back in the image size. Okay, now turn on broccoli layer. Aoife just heaved a big sigh. I know, Aoife, this part's pretty boring. I think she hit the camera again because the camera's not pointing at her. You can barely see her feet. I put the puppy cams up there for digital art streams. This is broccoli. 18. Tiny, 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 tiny. Peanut butter 72. And 18. Doing this kind of repetitive task, I start to worry that I missed a step or saved it at the wrong size or under the wrong file name, wrong file type. So I'm gonna go through after I'm done with this and take a look at all the images. Chickpea 72. I just had chickpeas in my dinner last night. We had jalapeno pumpkin soup with chickpeas in. So delicious. So good. It's the second time we made that recipe and it's so good. I feel like I would eat it every single week. So, so tasty. Chickpea 36. Alright, so there's one more. The tofu! The original one that I made. 36, yeah. This is the middle size one. And then finally, the last one, unless I made a mistake in this process of resaving them all, which I shall check. But before I do that, I'm going to reset everything back to the biggest size and have pear copy, I guess. Well, I guess broccoli copy, blah, 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 copy. Have that be the top open layer. And save it, because I do not want to save the Photoshop file at a smaller size, because if I close it, forget about it, and come back next week, I won't be able to get the sizes back and I'll have to resave them all. So I definitely don't want to have to do that. So now I'm just going to, well, first I'll refresh the folder. And now I shall look in my image viewer. We're just going to go through, check on the sizes, the colors, pear is so warm and yummy looking. It looks like a cinnamon pear. Okay, that looks good. At least for the badges for Twitch, which is good enough for now. So we're gonna move this over here. It's already open, so we've got to go over and to delete it and re-upload it. So we're going to. Oh, deleting your subscriber badge could negatively impact your subscribers. I hope it doesn't move it. We'll find out. We've got to delete it to get the better version. It must be done. They don't allow you. I wish they would allow you to just update the image instead of going through that thing that tells you if you delete it, people will be sad. And then, like, makes me feel a little bad even though I know what I'm doing. Okay, so upload. Yes. There, it's back. So, I wish I could click on it to do it. I have to change it here. There we go. So I'm going to delete this one and then upload. It's Chibi. It's kind of weird how I have to upload it in these individual boxes like this. It works. Upload. Save. Right, I can't do that. Okay, 3 months. So delete this peanut butter. And upload the refreshed one. I mean, it's such a subtle difference. I don't know if anybody ever would have noticed, but at least I know. I know it's the best it can be. I'm going to keep clicking on them up there. I keep doing it. Okay, broccoli. I'm having broccoli tonight. I'm having my favorite Friday ramen. I have the Emi ramen as a base, which is made from pumpkin seeds, and it's super good. And then broccoli, kimchi. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Kimchi. I've got wild mushrooms, dried wild mushrooms. I've been having them soaking all day so I can get all the sand out and they're all nice and juicy. What else? Oh, miso paste. I did it again. I clicked up there instead of down here where I can actually change it. Yeah, I'm so excited. I love my Friday ramen. It's always the same basic formula, but the flavor of the Emi ramen changes each time. And then sometimes instead of wild mushrooms I have those yummy shimeji mushrooms or something like that. But I always had the miso paste and kimchi in it. Oh, and wakame seaweed. So tasty. And it's not even very many calories, too. I mean, it's a decent meal. But for how much stuff is in it, it's surprisingly low calorie and very high protein, too. Chia seeds. We're almost to the new one. I almost did it. I put my cursor on it. I didn't click on it though. I remembered before I actually clicked. Gotta change it down here. Okay. Brown rice. Oh, I almost did it. My cursor up there. Oh, you can't change it from that point. I wish you could. That is what is intuitive to me, to click on that. Okay, here we go. Here's the new one. Our lovely warm cinnamon pear. That's its secret title. You have to have watched this stream to know that the secret title is not just pear, but cinnamon pear. Look at it! Oh, it's so cute. Here it is with all the flare hearts that I made. Covered in hearts. Yep, this is what I see when I look at a delicious, ripe pear, freshly washed and scrubbed, ready to be eaten. This is the scene that I see. All these hearts flying around it. Ah! Okay. So we've got that. Still have some time. I do want to save it as the vegan emoji size, which is a slightly different size. But this final badges we're done with for today. And I did save it. I can see down here at the bottom of the history. So I can close this file. And I think I'll close this file for now too. I was just using this as an example of what I've done before. So we'll say, no, we don't need to save any changes. So now, I'm going to do the same thing I did over here. Actually, while I add it, let's check what the color profile is. I'm pretty sure I fixed this last week because I noticed that it was off. Are you Adobe RGB? Okay, this one is Adobe RGB, so it should be okay. So we're going to drag the pear copy layer over here. Still huge. Look at it peeking in from the bottom corner here like this. Funny. He's like, peekaboo. Okay. Control T to transform, and we're going to drag it to meet these guidelines. So I want it to line up the top and bottom because it's taller than it is wide. Is that matching or is that a little bit lower? Okay, enter. Control Alt and center it. Deselect. Copy the layer style from the brown rice and paste onto the pear. Whee! So this I think I have to resize to 128. It's for Discord. They have a completely different number that they use. They use a single number, and that is 128 pixels. So image size 28. Boom. File. Save a copy. Ping. And we're going to do the same thing we did at the beginning of saving for Twitch, which is just change the title of the brown rice one. Pear. Vegan emoji 8, pear. Save. I was just wondering to myself why I have this at 1,000 pixels big and not just have it at 128 like I do for the final badges. This might be easier if I just do it this way. Then I wouldn't have to resize it and resize it again, you know? Let's do that. Let's actually save it with the size change, because this is specifically, this vegan emoji is specifically to be these 128 pixel Discord emoji, so I'll save it like that. Because we still have the original image here in a completely separate file, and this is absolutely humongous. This is 100%. It's gigantic. Okay, so we're done with this. And with our last 8 minutes, let's start working on the pineapple. Get a little head start on next week. Maybe next week we can finish the pineapple, and then we will be all caught up on available subscriber badge slots until the 1st of November. So much cleanup to do. I think actually I'm gonna do layer, style, stroke. Let's do this stroke first. Since there's so little time, let's look for those little stray pixels to start with. Wow, it's perfectly clean. There are none. Well, now we know. But we'll keep that layer because we might actually create some in drawing and erasing to clean up these lines. So I've just moved my tablet back down. And let's just have a look. Actually, zoom in. 200%. And an eraser. Oh, we want hard, round, and we want it pretty small. Oh, even smaller than that. Oh, the opacity is not as high as I want. I want it on 100% opacity now. There we go. With so many lines around here, it's actually a little bit of a challenge to clean up these lines. There's so many lines to look at any given area of this piece. It's all over the place. Of course, it doesn't need to be perfect, as I'm always saying. So even if I miss something, it's okay. Especially since it's digital media. If I miss something really obvious, I can always go back and fix it later once I notice. Just trying to, I call it cleanup, but this is more like refining. Yeah. It's more like refining than cleanup. Sometimes it is cleanup though, like I'll have a smudge because I was inking so vigorously that I smeared the ink before it was dry. But I'm not really seeing any marks like that in here. thing that it's almost end of day, because my stomach's starting to rumble. I'm starting to get hungry. Bring out the edge of this eye a little bit so it's rounder. That's good. Back to the eraser. Oh, no. Look at how this is. Got that bump in it. Let's make it smoother. There we go. Now back to the eraser. Maybe, unless I think of another one. Or not think of, notice. And here's a little spot in the middle. I feel like that's distracting. There's a little white dot in the middle of otherwise black line, so it seems distracting, so fill that in. Oops. I keep, or maybe if I actually just erase here. There we go. Pineapples are so textured that I don't feel as compelled to smooth out lines. Because I'm feeling like a lot of this texture adds to the pineapple look. It'd be sweet. Got 2 minutes. It would be sweet if we can finish these lines and then next week come straight back into coloring. That looks pretty good. Oh, here's a little spot. Maybe I'll add some. It's where 2 lines came together and it ended up having a little gap where they met. Any more like that on these pointy leaves? Looks like no. Maybe we'll add some right here. Nice. We're at time. So let's call that good for today. Hooray! Moving my stuff back so that I can see who do we want to raid today. If there's anybody streaming. Well, here's the final look at the lines for the pineapple. Let's save actually. So we'll come back and work on this pineapple next Friday. Ah, that emote is so cute. Whee! What an adorable frog. Popping on a Twitch on my phone. Let's see. Well, we haven't visited Margot Simone Art in a little while. Let's go visit her. It says she's working on Rocks by the Ocean, watercolor pay, and then it cuts off, so I imagine it is painting. So let me go on to Twitch, because I like to make sure the raid works. And also, I like to go along with the raid, which it doesn't do. If I raid from the stream manager, it doesn't take me with. Okay, slash raid. Margot, Simone, Art. Make sure I spelled that right. Yes. Enter. Yay! The raid has been created. So let me thank you for joining me today and this week. That's it for me until next Wednesday at my normal time. I'll be back with the start of a new illustration project. Really hope to see you then. But the raid is ready to go, so let's go! Yay! Raid worked. So if you are still on my channel now or watching the recording later, as I said, that's it for today. I'll be back on Wednesday with some illustration. Hope to see you then. Thank you for watching.